Hello everyone, greetings from PayTabs team and welcome to Managing Merchants Dashboard tutorial series. In this series, we are going to take you on a journey to learn and discover the power of our merchant dashboard. Throughout the series, we will walk you through each of the menus and options found on PayTabs merchant dashboard and how you can easily manage it. So, let's get started. In this video, we are going to learn more about the onboarding journey in PayTabs and how you can submit all the required KYC documents inside PayTabs Merchant Dashboard in order to start your real payment and have your live profile account with your live payment ready. So, let's get started. Before we start, please note that we have a fully dedicated solution article that contains all the details clarified in this video under PayTab support portal with the name Merchants Onboarding Journey. And here throughout this document you will see all the details and steps you are going to go through your onboarding journey. But before we start the actual journey, you need to know the required KYC document that you must have before starting your journey. So you can check our solution article what are the required KYC documents to activate or open my account on PayTabs, and here you will see all the required KYC documents based on the region. So you should refer to this document, check your region, and based on your region, make these documents ready with you because these are the documents that we will be using throughout our onboarding journey. Now, the onboarding journey, to learn more about it and what is it, simply once you create your account with PayTabs, and if you want to learn, of course, how you can create your account with PayTabs, you can check our solution article, how to create PayTabs account and access dashboard for the first time. But the important thing here is once you create your PayTabs account, you will have a ready test profile that will help you to test your payment. But in order to do your real payments and start your actual payment services and have the live profile, then you must complete the onboarding journey and submit all the required KYC documents. So this is the video that will guide you through how you can complete the onboarding journey. Now, reaching this part, you must have your account ready and you already have a test profile. By the way, if you want to learn the difference between a test profile that you will have once you sign into PayTabs and a live profile that you will have once your onboarding journey is done, you can check our solution article, what is test profile versus live profile. And now that we learn what is the benefit of the onboarding journey and what are the required things that we must have before the onboarding journey, again, you need to have a fully accessed PayTabs account and you need to have the KYC document ready with you and you are ready to go. Now, we are going to follow the onboarding journey throughout our merchant dashboard over here. And before we start, you should know that a normal merchant onboarding journey will take you about 5 stages exactly, but for some reason we will require an extra 2 stages. So in this video we are going to walk you through the basic 5 stages that you need while enduring or finalizing your onboarding journey. So the first thing you should do is to log into your PayTabs account, and as you can see currently I only have the test profile. I did not finish my onboarding journey yet and I did not submit my onboarding documents, so this means I need to fulfill it first in order to have my other live profile and start the actual payment. Now, to move to the onboarding journey, if you are still did not submit your application, you will find this alert over here that says, in order to complete your merchant application, please go to the onboarding section and provide the required details. So, very simple, to finalize the onboarding or to start the onboarding journey, simply click on this link over here. Once you click on the link, you will be requested or be redirected to the first stage of the onboarding journey, which is your company details. This is a very simple or basic detail that you should provide about your company, but you need to make sure that you are providing the accurate company detail that will be again required by you in the document, and the same documents or the same details on the documents must be associated with the same company details mentioned here. So starting with the basics, we have the company name and the trading name, and here we make like the brand name that you trade under, and of course the company name, and make sure of the notes written over here. For example, the company name, it says here this must match the name on your trade license. So in another stage we'll be describing your trading details, so the name must be the same. And now after the company name and the trading name, you will have here an option for previous name. So if your company have any previous name, like in the last 3 years at least, as mentioned here in the note, you should provide it over here. As I don't have a currently previous name, I will leave this empty. Now the next thing will be the address, the city, the region. So simply I'm going to fill out this with some random data from the address. But of course, when you are fulfilling this, you must sure that you are fulfilling the accurate data. So here I'm going to say just, let's say, any random data. And I'm going to come here, and inside the city I'm going to say, for example, any city name. And region, of course, you need to check the exact region. Of course, you have, like, I'm going to say Jeddah or Riyadh or anything. Let's just choose one of these. Okay, the country is already chosen once you log into our region, which currently you see that your currently resigned region is the Saudi Arabia region. So the next thing will be the postcode or the zip code or the area code. So I'm just going to check any random code over here to test with. Okay, and the next thing will be the currency here, the banking currency that you are working on. So you must choose the banking currency that your account will have, that is configured in your account currently, and I'm going to leave it as Saudi Riyal. Now you must check if it's VAT registered or not, you are registered with VAT or not. So I'm going to say yes, and if I chose yes over here, it will request for me my VAT or tax ID. Of course, this is required, but if I said no, it will not be required. Now, the next thing will be the company type. And the company type here, you can see there are multiple types, like charitable organization, company with multiple ownership, company with single ownership, freelancer, and government owned publicly listed companies. So this of course will define the, or each one of these types have its different, let's say, KYC document, and this will also be clarified here inside the KYC document. So for example, if you have a region that have different KYC document for different company types, you will see the required KYC document for each company region or each region. Now the next thing we should navigate to here, once we choose the company type, I'm going to choose company with a single ownership. I'm going to hit the next button. By hitting the next button, I will be directed to the next stage, and by doing that I'll be saving these details. So just click on the next button. I'm not going to save. The next thing, or the next thing you need to fulfill, is your trading details, of course, your business trading details. So the business trading details should be also accurate, related to your business, relating to your trade license. So for example, over here I'm going to choose the business activity. You have multiple activities over here. For example, I'm going to choose education, and activity I'm going to choose, let's say, okay, I'm going to educational services. This website, of course, if you have a website, you should enter the website. If you don't have, just leave it as none. So I'm going to choose PayTabs website now as a test website. Now here you need to have that, or we need to have in this part, the product or services, this is a description of the product service to be sold online. So here you need a brief description about the services you provide. Of course, we have here that you held full ownership and aforementioned of this domain name, and it will be your own domain name, and you'll have to provide the stated commercial use of this domain name. So for now I'm going to hereby this, that I confirm that this is my domain name. Of course, if you still don't have a domain name, it's under your ownership, you can leave that empty. The next thing will be the products and services description. So I'm going to say over here, for example, I sell, or let's say we sell, or we, for example, have different services for the education field. This is just a simple description I want to leave here. Of course, you'll need to provide a clear description for the product or services that you are currently provided. The next thing, of course, will be the trading currency. Of course, you need to make sure that you are using the correct trading currency, that the trading currency will be the same in your account, bank account trading currency. So here I'm going to leave it the same currency. Now, the next thing are very important, which are the estimated sales. You done your estimated sales in a certain year. So I'm going to say, for example, over here, maybe let's leave it as 15,000, something like that, okay? The average ticket size, and if you want to learn more about the average ticket size, we can revert over here. Of course, if you are missing any details, you want to learn more about it, you can revert to this solution article. For example, I want to learn what is the average ticket size. I'm going to revert to the trading details. You can see here a note that clarifies. You say the average ticket size refers to your product's average price. So what is the average size of your product? The average, let's say, price you have for your product. So let's say I sell, for example, one service for 500, another service for 100, another service for 300. So it's from like 200 to 500. So I'm going to say that my average ticket size will be, let's say, 300, for example. This is just an idea, or this is a clarification about what is the ticket size. The next thing will be the region that you targeting. This is a simple question you should fulfill here. What is the exact region that you target in your business? So over here, I'm going to share, let's say, only Middle East and Asia, for example. And the next thing will be the sanctioned countries. This is simply if you are working with any sanctioned countries, like will you in a way in trading in any sanctioned country, like for example the one mentioned here, Cuba, Iran. So any one of the sanctioned country, if you are working on or looking to work on some days you are looking on, so you must complete that. So I'm going to leave it as no. And once I finish all my trading details, I can move to the next step, which in this case will be my bank details. As you can see here now in the background over here, I have that I'm in stage 3 of 5, and now I'm going to fulfill the bank details. So you must make sure that you are using the correct bank details. In this video, I'm just going to use a sample bank details, just a metadata to fulfill and show you how this works. So for example, for the bank name, I'm going to say, let's say ADCB, for example, and for the address it will be any random address. Of course, I'm going to leave it as Saudi Arabia over here. We said the country Saudi Arabia. Okay, the region will be Riyadh, for example. Okay, and here of course I need to have the postal code, any random postal code. The account name, I'm going to fill any test account name first, for example. This is my first account name. And finally, you should have the account currency correct. Of course, I'm going to leave it as Saudi Riyal. And the next thing will be the IBAN detail, the SWIFT number, the account number. So I have just dumped some sample, let's say sample account details, like a sample IBAN and a sample account number and a sample SWIFT code, because of course these form will have a validation, so you can't just type in any random number. You must sure that you are using a correct IBAN, a correct account number, a correct SWIFT code. I have dumped here and let's say sample account number. I'll paste it here, and the same for the SWIFT code. I'll paste it here. Make sure that you're using the correct details for your account, not using any sample account. I'm just doing that to show you how this is done. Now, once you've done your account detail, just click on submit. If you have any validation error, it will be displayed inside the form. But now that I have fulfilled all the validation and I'm ready, I'm going to move on to the next part. So Now, as you can see, there is a note here that says you must ensure that all details are accurate. So these details will be submitted to be reviewed, so you must be sure that this is accurate details. And of course, if you want to add another account details over here, you can simply add another account. I'm just going to leave one account. If you are not going to add multiple account, you can have, of course, multiple account. I'm just going to leave one account now and move to the next step. Now, the next step here I want to say, or the next step will be to provide your account documents or your required document. So you need to confirm that all the relevant documents has been added. I'm going to confirm now. As you can see here, I'll need to select the owner type over here. Let's say the person or entity, I'm going to leave it a person. Of course, if you are a multi-owner, so you can leave it as entity, I'm going to choose a person, and here I'm going to choose next. As you can see here, you will start to have the ownership details. Now, the ownership details are the details for who owns the company and its details. So it's a very simple case. Also, the parent entity, the name of it, the parent entity, this is it, the type of it. So what is the type of it? So you are an owner, this one owner, a shareholder. What is the owner or shareholder or manager that you are describing in these details? Of course, you can add multiple shareholders. So for example, over here, I'm going to add me as an owner, tamam, and I'm going to have me add the authorized signatory. So whenever you are adding the ownership details, you can add multiple owners, but you need to have at least one authorized signatory, as this is the one will be required to sign any documents or sign any contracts or agreement. So this should be the owner or must be the owner. Actually, I'm going to leave it here as test owner for the company. For example, I'm just using any company name. I don't have any provincial name. I'm going to leave here some metadata also for the residential. Of course, you need to make sure that you are using the correct details for the owner. This all will be requested inside the document. Now I'm going to also choose Saudi Arabia. This is not Saudi Arabia now. Once I chose it simply like that, I'm going to submit this. I fulfilled all the ownership details. Just click on submit. See if I have any. Yes, it seemed that I have forgot some of the details, so the date of birth is very important. I'm going to give any random date of birth. Let's say, now we need to go a bit earlier. Let's say I'm going to 1990. Okay. I'm going to choose January. I'm going to choose 1, any random detail just to fulfill the idea. Now, here's the thing. If you are multiple owners of the company, you can provide here the exact sharehold of the company. So for example, here I'm the only owner, I'm going to give 100%. If you are multiple owner, let's say two owner, 50% and 50%, so you are going to add here 50%, for example, and add another owner which have another 50%, but you can also add multiple owners, but finally, you need to have a complete 100%, an equal of 100% for all the ownership. So as I'm a one person, I'm going to leave it as 100, and I'm going to choose the nationality again as Saudi Arabia. And I'm going to submit the details, make sure that I don't have any valid details. Yes, it seems that I have invalid phone number. Here come the invalid phone number. Let's make it more correct. Where is my phone number? Here it comes. So I'm going to choose any random correct phone number. Let's hope this is a correct one. Now it has been added successfully, and as you can see here, my ownership details, and again the same as the account, you can add another account over here, or add actually another owner. You can add another bank account, and here we can add another owner, and of course edit its detail like that, edit the owner. And the most important thing over here, that all of the owner must have a complete 100 shareholder of ownership. So now I'm going to move to the next step over here, and please confirm that all the owner signature have been added. Yes. So again, this is just to confirm that you have at least one owner that an authorized signatory. So that is the one will be responsible to sign the agreement. I'm going to confirm that. The next thing, of course, which would be the most important stage for this, which will be the applying or submitting the company or the required KYC document. These are the required KYC document for or the one displayed and clarified in this solution article over here. So make sure it's ready with you for this over here. For this documents, I need my commercial registration, I need my bank statement, I need my national ID and my passport. Okay, so of course I'm going to add any random document for now. Let's say I'm going to choose any one of the random documents. I just need a random PDF. Yes, that's it. And here in column commercial registration, I'm going to choose any just random number. Of course, this will be reviewed in multiple levels. You need to make sure that these are accurate details. Of course, we currently now fulfilling any sample dump details, but when you are fulfilling these details, you need to make sure you are fulfilling the correct details. So for this document, I have the commercial registration. I'm going to fill it, which is, let's say the issuing date will be last year, for example, and the expiry date will be this year. I'm going to upload. Once it's uploaded and finalized, we are going to choose and complete the next document. Now this document has been added and it's pending L1 review, and what you can do is to view the document, or you can edit the document in this and choose another document. So if you want to remove the document, you can't actually. You need to choose another document to upload it, as it's still under L1 review, so there must be a document to review. The next thing will be the bank statement, and again I'm going to just upload any random PDF to show you that the simple idea here is done. Any sample PDF, and I'm going to upload it like that. Once it's done, also you will see here that the status is pending. It's not incomplete like the other. Now for the next one will be the national ID and the passport. Here comes the national ID. Simply again we'll choose the same document. I'll have this any random number. Issuing date will be like next March, and expiry date will be like just I'm leaving any random data. This is not important from my side. We are just showing you how this works. And the same here will be for the passport details. The passport, let's say it's Saudi Arabia. Of course, the issuing data here will be the issuing date. We'll choose any random issuing date and any random expiry date and upload. And yes, we forgot to upload the documents itself, so I'm going to add any random document again and upload it simply by doing that. So here I have uploaded all my documents. As you can see, once you see that all the documents is pending L1 review, this means that you have uploaded. Of course, you can still view it or edit it and change it to another document if you want, but you will not be able to remove it. Now, once this finished, you can add another document or a document for another user if you want, let's say, or as a specified document required from you. You can choose it from here and upload it. I'm going to stay with the required document only, and I'm going to pass to the next level. Now the next level will be the final level. Here you have to confirm that all required details or the required documents have been uploaded. I'm going to press on confirm. Once in confirm, you'll see that the application is under review, and you'll be waiting for any reviews or any missing documents from PayTabs. By doing that, you have done your side. Now PayTabs will be reviewing your application. Once it's applicated and once it's approved, you will be assigned and created a new live profiles, and you will be ready to start your live payment. And of course, if anything found to be missing or incorrect, we will notify you and show you the exact missing or incorrect thing, so we can correct it and pass on to your live account. This is what the onboarding journey, and now we can move to the next part.